Hi everyone, welcome to my game of the month for January 2024. This is Satō vs Sugai from the penultimate round of the 82nd Class A ranking tournament. Playing Sente is Satō Amahiko, ranked 9 Dan, and playing Gote is Sugai Tatsuya, ranked 8 Dan. Before this game, Satō had 3 wins and 4 losses, and Sugai had 5 wins and 2 losses, and this was an important game for the tournament standings of both players. The opening begins with pawn e2-6, pawn f3-4, pawn f7-6, and Sugai immediately goes for third file rook with rook to 3-2. The bishop diagonal remains open in this move order, inviting a bishop exchange, which leads to a difficult joseki which is considered good for Sente, but playable for Gote. Satō chooses his path, beginning with bishop takes e2 promotes, rook takes, bishop drops 6-5, forking the 2 pawns to make a horse. Sugai defends with bishop drops 7-4. This is a branching point of the joseki. If Satō makes a horse, then Sugai could make his own horse. Instead, Satō exchanges bishops, and after pawn takes, he drops his bishop to 5-5, forking the lance and the rook. Capturing the lance is the bigger threat because it's unprotected and would allow Satō to make a horse for free, so Sugai drops his bishop to 8-2. And instead of capturing Sugai's rook immediately, Satō withdraws his bishop to 7-7. Although I'm not sure about the meaning of this move, my best guess would be that Satō can capture the rook at any time. And if Sugai were to play a move like gold to 3-2, preparing to protect his rook, then Satō could capture the rook at that timing. This is a one-move loss, but because a gold on the second rank tends to be less effective at defending against rook drops compared to a gold on the back rank, this development could play to Sato's advantage. In the game, Sugai plays a new move, gold to 4-2, which has a similar idea. The difference is subtle, but Sugai's strategy will become more clear as the opening continues. Right now, it's Sato's last chance to capture Sugai's rook, so he proceeds with bishop takes 2 to promotes, and after silver takes, Satō has just exchanged his bishop for Sugai's rook. There's a well-known shogi proverb that the bishop is stronger than the rook in the opening. However, I think that it's difficult to apply the proverb to this situation because Sugai lacks options for effective bishop drops, and it's not easy to create opportunities to promote his bishops into horses. Satō begins to consolidate his position with silver to 8-8, and in response, Sugai advances his pawn to 3-5, aiming for pressure on Sato's 3-7 pawn together with the bishop. For example, if Satō plays king to 6-8, then Sugai could attack pawn to 3-6, pawn takes, bishop drop by 5, a winning fork. Consequently, Satō first defends with gold to 3-8, and after king to 6-2, he plays king to 6-8. By the way, Sugai's gold on 4-2 is protecting the 4-1 square and eliminating the future possibility of Satō making a rook drop to that square. In this position, Sugai could consider the possibility of knight to 3-3, aiming to add another piece to the attack against Sato's 3-7 pawn. On the other hand, Satō might counter with pawn to 2-5. After pawn to 3-6, pawn to 2-4, pawn takes, pawn drop 2-3, rook to 3-4, I feel that Satō would have a good position because his rook is very active. Instead, Sugai proceeds with pawn to 3-6, making a pawn sacrifice to open his bishop diagonal. After Satō captures the pawn, Sugai could exchange his bishop for Sato's rook, but after Satō recaptures, he would still have an advantage of 1 pawn in material. Alternatively, if Sugai goes for a violent attack with bishop drop 5-5, Satō can defend with king to 7-8, bishop takes 2-8 promotes, silver takes, bishop takes promotes, gold takes, rook drop 4-8, rook drop 5-8. And when Sugai promotes his rook, Satō can make a powerful counterattack with bishop drop 5-5 and gain the upper hand. In the game, Sugai proceeds with knight to 3-3, and if Satō drops his rook to 2-1, then Sugai could defend with gold to 3-2, rook to 4 and promotes, silver to 3-1, trapping Sato's rook. In this position, Sugai would have an advantage. So instead, Satō continues developing his formation with silver to 7-7, and at this timing, Sugai drops his bishop to 6-4, aiming at Sato's rook. Satō continues castling with king to 7-8, and now, in this position, Instead of making an opening move like silver to 7-2 or pawn to 9-4, Sugai plays a much more exciting move, knight to 4-5. The knight leaps into the attack, aiming for the 5-7 pawn. But if Sugai's attack should fail, then Satō could prepare to capture the knight with pawn to 4-6. If Satō defends with silver to 6-8, then Sugai's attack would continue after bishop to 5-5, knight to 7-7, pawn to 7-5, pawn takes, knight takes 5-7 promotes, silver takes, pawn drops 7-6. Sugai's attack seems promising in this position. In the game, Satō plays silver to 6-6, and Sugai responds with silver to 7-2. In principle, it's better to finish castling before entering into a middle game fight, because the value of one tempo is higher in the middle game. So why did Sugai choose this move order? Well, this is why professional shogi games are often difficult to understand. At the moment, it seems that Sugai's knight on 4-5 will be safe, thanks to the influence of Sugai's bishops. Meanwhile, Satō proceeds calmly with pawn to 5-6, aiming for pawn to 5-5 to close off Sugai's bishops, but Sugai seems to ignore it with king to 7-1. I guess that after pawn to 5-5, Sugai could proceed strongly with bishop takes, silver takes, bishop takes, and thanks to a superior castle, Sugai seems to be well prepared for this fight. In the game, Satō finds a way to set up his move of pawn 5-5. He makes an amazing rook drop to 5-9. After the game, the players discuss the possibility of silver to 3-3, and Satō would be in time to capture Sugai's knight with pawn to 5-5, silver to 4-4, pawn to 4-6. Sugai could generate counterplay with silver takes 5-5, pawn takes 4-5, silver takes 6-6, pawn takes, pawn to 7-5, pawn takes, bishop takes, king to 6-7. Although Satō's exposed king is the most salient feature of this position, Sugai's position is also far from ideal in terms of king safety as well as piece efficiency. In their post-game analysis, both players evaluated this position favorably for Satō. In the game, Sugai finally steps in with bishop takes to 8 promotes, silver takes, bishop takes promotes, gold takes, rook drop 4-8. Satō defends the fork with rook to 5-8, and Sugai promotes his rook to 4-7. If Satō begins his counterattack at this timing, then Sugai can make a devastating silver drop to 5-7, and after silver takes, knight takes promotes, Satō's position would become very unpleasant. Instead, Satō continues defending with pawn drop 4-8. If Sugai escapes, then Satō could seize the initiative with bishop drop 5-5. So Sugai is forced to exchange his dragon for Satō's rook, and after dragon takes 5-8, gold takes, rook drop 4-9, rook drop 5-9, Sugai finds himself with a difficult decision to make. On one hand, he can exchange again with rook takes 5-9 promotes, gold takes, rook drop 3-9, but after bishop drop 8-6, rook takes 3-6 promotes, bishop drop 5-5, pawn to 6-4, bishop takes 2-2 promotes, pawn drop 3-3, Satō would have an advantage of an extra bishop in material, but Sugai's piece efficiency and king safety provide some compensation. Although Satō would have the upper hand here, Sugai said after the game they would still have been better compared to the actual game. In the game, Sugai steps in with silver drop 5-7, abandoning his rook to continue attacking Satō's position. But after rook takes 5-9, silver takes 5-8 promotes, rook to 3-9, Sugai doesn't appear to have enough attacking pieces to close in on Satō's king. If he plays promoted silver takes 4-8, then after rook to 7-9, promoted silver to 5-8, silver to 7-7, knight to 5-7 promotes, rook to 3-9, gold drop 6-8, king to 8-8, promoted knight takes 6-7, silver takes 6-8, promoted silver takes, pawn to 9-6, Satō's king appears to be barely surviving. In the game, Sugai does his best to call in reinforcements with knight to 7-3, developing the knight in his castle to use as an attacking piece. Satō counters with bishop drop 5-5, and if Sugai promotes his knight, then after silver takes, promoted silver takes, Satō could make a powerful knight drop to 8-6, targeting the weak point of Sugai's castle. Instead, Sugai moves his silver to 3-3, and even though his position remains difficult, I think it's worth learning from how Sugai activates all of his pieces to bring them back into the game. Even though Satō has a larger material advantage, Sugai continues fighting without any idle pieces in his camp, such as Sato's 2-8 gold. Nevertheless, it's Satō who controls the initiative, and now he makes an attack against the head of Sugai's castle with pawn to 7-5. Satō doesn't have a pawn or a knight in hand, so after silver to 4-4, bishop to 4-6, pawn takes 7-5, he doesn't have an immediate follow-up to continue attacking Sugai's castle. But with his next move, Satō reveals his plan. King to 8-8, and after promoting silver takes 4-8, he swings his rook to 7-9. Now his rook joins the attack against Sugai's king. The game proceeds with promoting silver to 4-7, bishop to 6-8, gold drop 7-6, and Sugai is doing his best to suppress Sato's attack by attacking the attacking pieces. But Satō has plenty of resources at his disposal and finally drops his rook to 2-1, making a strong attack against Sugai's Mino castle. After gold takes 6-7, Satō escapes his bishop to 9-5, aiming for Sugai's knight. And when Sugai captures the 6-6 silver, Satō delivers the final blow with bishop drop 5-1. The bishop is untouchable because Sato's rook would promote into a dragon and completely destroy Sugai's castle. But this bishop is forking the 7-3 knight and the 4-2 gold. Sugai defends the bigger threat with silver drop 8-4, but after bishop takes 4-2 promotes, silver takes 9-5, force to 5-2, Sato's attack is unstoppable, whereas Sugai is still a great distance away from Sato's king. So in this position, Sugai resigns. After this game, Satō and Sugai would both go on to lose in their final round. If he had lost in this game, Satō would have finished the tournament with 3 wins and 6 losses, and demoted from A class in 10th and last place. But thanks to his great victory, Sato's final record of 4 wins and 5 losses was enough for 6th place and a spot in next year's A class ranking tournament along with Sugai. I have no doubt that they will continue to have many more exciting battles over the shogi board. Thank you for watching this video.